Hat sie die Typen etwa gekillt? Boah. Ja, die hat die Typen gekillt. Und jemand, der tot ist, kann ja schlecht wiederbelebt werden. Das wäre schon ein Beweis gegen die Theorie, ne? Ja, doch, das sieht fast danach aus. Yeah. Minimal aggressiv, ne?
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
Ja.
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each strike.
Okay. Die würden es wohl in den Vortagen wahrscheinlich
It's
nicht mehr
just
so
as they say.
hinkriegen.
Each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Das ist wohl richtig.
Is it really impossible? What if they used some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
Da würden ja, das wäre ja trotzdem anders.
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training.
Nachvollziehbar. Dann können wir diese Möglichkeit wohl doch ausschließen. Okay, dann müssen wir nochmal brainstormen.
Hope
Was
that cleared
gibt's
things up
dann?
for ya. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? It's surprisingly fun. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong?
Ja, nicht ganz, Paimon.
But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime.
Also wir befinden uns auf jeden Fall nicht in einer Zeitschleife, aber auch nicht in der Realität. Das muss irgendeine Art Simulation sein, die aber so echt ist, dass der Körper die Tätigkeiten übernimmt. Siehe Assassin's Creed, ja, mit dem Animus, ich weiß gar nicht, wie der heißt, hier der erste Typ. Ich weiß nicht, hier der reale Mensch so gesehen, der ja in die alten Assassinen reinschlüpft, kann ja am Ende genauso sich bewegen wie die Assassinen selber, wo der noch überhaupt kein Training hatte. Weißt du, was ich meine?
Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any new ideas right now?
Deswegen, also wenn du mal drüber nachdenkst, da kommt einem ja irgendwie was faul vor, ne? Also wir müssen irgendwo gefangen sein.
Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately.
Warum haben wir nie darüber nachgedacht, die Stadt zu verlassen?
Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution! Many things should become clear if we can confirm the flow of time outside of the city.
Richtig. Ob die ganze Welt betroffen ist? Ob die Ressourcen verbraucht werden oder ob wir gar nicht die Ressourcen verbrauchen? Ob wir vorgespult werden einfach? Also Zeit keine, hier halt eben noch eine Variable ist, ne? Und ob wir überhaupt in der Realität hier drin sind.
Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're just too tired?
Das hätte uns echt mal früher einfallen können, das stimmt.
How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city.
Meinst du echt? Ich würde einfach rausgehen. Der Abend ist ja eh schon so gut wie angebrochen. Und gleich wieder Ding Dong machen und dann war es das wieder. Ah, da hinten ist der Ausgang. Hey, Naida.
Nahida, we're back! You're back early today. Did you find something new? Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time, we have a new question.
Genau, was würde passieren, wenn wir die Stadt verlassen? Und haben wir überhaupt schon mal versucht, die Stadt zu verlassen?
Leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do that twice before.
Echt?
We did?
Scheiße.
But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we say when we got back? Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night.
Was genau? Also, wir sind bei den 2 Malen nicht
But
zurückgekehrt?
you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it. It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us remember anything about leaving town.
Interessant.
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Versuchen wir es morgen einmal. Noch einmal. Vielleicht bringt das gerade den Durchbruch.
Yep, something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow.
Ja, da ist es dick. Scheiße. Ah.
Our memories are back!
Versuchen wir heute die Stadt zu verlassen. Los geht's!
About that. Well, where should Paimon begin?
Was willst du denn sagen, Paimon?
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you.
Eine zusätzliche Nachricht für mich? Von wem denn?
Listen to it and you'll understand.
Okay.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Das ist meine Stimme, oder?
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in.
Okay. Das war vor 2 Tagen jetzt.
It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday.
Versuchen wir heute die Stadt zu verlassen. Los geht's.
Let's go.
Okay. Oje, oje, oje. Alter, was hier abgeht, ey. Na dann.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just wait until tomorrow.
Okay.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be stolen.
In der Stadt, naja,
That's your
egal.
problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
Wir würden einfach ausnocken.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. How completely unsurprising. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know either.
Okay, können wir dich auch kalt
We just
machen?
received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else.
Natürlich sagt die Akademie denen einfach machen nicht, was ihre Ziele sind, ne? Anscheinend vertrauen dir die Leute der Akademie überhaupt nicht.
Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
Ja, eigentlich schon.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls? This
Yeah.
is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all. Let's hurry!
Hier, Paimon, du bleibst mal hier.
Huh?
Unsere
Are
Erinnerungen
you going
können...
to leave Paimon behind?
Unsere Erinnerungen können sich ändern, wenn wir die Stadt verlassen. Wir müssen hier jemanden als Zeuge zurücklassen.
But what if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Then Paimon won't be able to help you.
Du hast mir noch nie wirklich geholfen.
Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always been together.
Keine Sorge, Paimon. Wenn wir zusammen rausgehen, ist es wie immer. Das ist scheiße.
Okay. Paimon will wait for you.
Ja, flieg mal ein bisschen höher und guck, was
Paimon that you'll
passiert.
come back as soon as possible. Just a quick look.
Ja, ist okay.
And please, be careful.
Alright, machen wir.
Memories.
Versuchen wir heute die Stadt zu verlassen. Los geht's. Okay, was ist Paimon?
Paimon thought Paimon would never see you again. You just disappeared.
Okay.
Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back. You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look.
Ich habe irgendwas versprochen?
Paimon, calm down. He's here now. I don't think he understood what you were saying. Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day.
Obwohl ich nicht weiß, was ich getan habe, aber Entschuldigung, Paimon. Oh Mann, ey. Ich werde dich nie verlassen. Ich hab dich doch geangelt. Damit gehörst du eh zu mir.
Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear. Oh, Paimon was so scared that you had gone into another world. Okay, Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday?
Genau, das wäre nämlich auch noch ganz interessant. Was hat sie gesehen?
I see. Using two people's different perspectives.
Mhm.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant.
Und du hast dich nicht geirrt? Vielleicht warst du abgelenkt.
No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention.
Okay.
What's your
Ja, gut.
perspective, traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this?
Ich wusste ja gar nicht, dass es gestern gab, ne? Sagen wir mal so.
I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories can't be awoken. So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased?
Also ist es nicht nur verboten, Sumeru zu betreten und zu verlassen, auch die Erinnerungen derjenigen, die die Stadt verlassen, werden gelöscht. Interessant.
Really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside.
Wenn die Erinnerungen gelöscht werden, könnte etwas anderes hinterlassen werden, oder?
Something like a message? But how can we send it back?
Ja, irgendwo einritzen.
Don't look at me like that.
Achso, ja, oder sie, natürlich. Stimmt, das ist ja.
Well, okay. You want something that can pass on messages, right? Give me some time and take care of Dunya's out for me. Yep, now we're talking.
Okay. Scheiße. Mann, oh Mann, oh Mann. Scheiße. Gott, das wird mich ja so abfacken, ey, ne? Schick.
I'm done. Here you go.
Okay.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal? You made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node.
Okay.
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand. Anyway, we can use this now to record a message, right? Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're outside the city.
Okay. Ach, und das hat dann gespeichert, was abgegangen
We'll
ist.
never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative now.
Ja, ein Versuch ist auf jeden Fall wert,
Let's
ne?
go then. Let's expose those sages.
Aber du musst hier bleiben, das ist dir klar, ne?
All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once yesterday.
Dann bis morgen, Paimon.
Paimon, okay. See you tomorrow, Traveler.
Okay, also wir gehen dann raus
That
jetzt.
covers everything that's happened so far.
Ist die Nachricht von ihm gerade wohl von mir selber gesendet, nachdem ich die Stadt verlassen habe.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you were outside.
2 Stück sogar, okay.
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages together.
Okay, die andere, ja bitte.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Ah,
I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
okay.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city space when you set foot outside of the walls.
Ist alles gesagt, sind das alles nur NPCs, die hier rumrennen, ne?
Everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had very weird contents. There's another part here. We only received it last night.
Was nachts empfangen wurde? Okay,
These
bitte.
spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Ja. Scheiße. Da wurden wir zurückgesetzt.
Why did the message end right there? What did the traveler want to say? What are those spaces?
Boah.
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment. Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from the message?
Müssten wir es eigentlich heute nochmal machen, ne? Weil jetzt hat er ja schon Hintergrundinformationen. Das heißt, er kann ja schneller
The
draufkommen.
message. It should have come from the traveler's Akasha terminal. After the beep, Traveler said even the final spaces also disappeared. Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
Das ist eine gute Frage, Scheider. Heider? Die Räume, in denen niemand
All the
ist.
bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. A lack of human presence.
Raum, in dem wir uns
My
gestern
impression
befanden.
is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha.
Der reale
Was
Raum?
that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that be catastrophic? That doesn't sound right.
Ich hab eher das da.
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, also disappears, and we're taken to the next day! Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day?
Suchen die nach alternativen Möglichkeiten, nach irgendwas?
Paimon's head is spinning. Just what are these spaces anyhow?
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats.
Tolle Spiele.
So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy and a half.
Aber was ist das Geheimnis dahinter? Also ich probiere da echt gerade drauf zu kommen, aber keine Chance, ey. Gib mir einfach etwas Zeit, ich muss mal gerade meine Gedanken ordnen.
Hey, where are you going?
Ja, wir gehen zur vertrauten Bank wieder mal zur Stadt. Was können diese Räume sein? Es müssen ja Simulationen sein. Ich glaube, dass ich gar nicht mal so falsch liege. Nehmen wir hier vielleicht irgendwas Tolles?
Do you want some alone time to think? Alright then, Paimon won't disturb you.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Ja, Sub-Zero-Tanz ist, es ist schon diese Zeit, ne?
Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad? We still have some other stuff to do first.
Okay then. See you later.
Ja, bis dann, ciao. Denken wir weiter nach.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away.
Ich denke, ich habe die Antwort gefunden.
Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You...
Oh, ätzend. Doof hin und her gerannt dauernd. Guck mal, also der Reisende glaubt, er hat die Antwort. Ich stehe immer noch auf dem
I've been
Schlauch.
waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your faces, are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival?
Ich bin bereit, Frau Nahida.
Okay. First off, have you discovered the hidden truth?
People in Sumeru don't dream.
Die träumen nicht. Und das sind Räume, in denen niemand ist. Nein. Achso, genau, die bilden sich das ein.
The moon, illusions, and lies. All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero. Okay, Nahida said those spaces remind me.
Okay, so dann muss es ja das da sein mit dem da. So, die Wahrheit des Traumes.
We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
think they don't dream. But the truth is, the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when he was trying to describe them. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
Das ist die große Frage, ne? Akasha läuft durch das
The
Herz der
Akasha
Göttin.
relies on the power of a gnosis to
Die befähigt die Menschen
and it
mit dem
grants knowledge
Wissen.
to the people.
Es vereint auch die
It
Weisheit aller
combines the
Menschen
wisdom of
und ist die Verkörperung der Macht der
it
Göttin
is
der
the
Weisheit.
manifestation of the God of wisdom's.
That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully.
Nee, es vereint die Weisheit der
That
Menschen.
doesn't sound right. I need to.
Dann ist es die Verkörperung der Göttin.
Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams, too. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming.
Das stimmt wohl, ja.
In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So, in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it.
Bei ihr so eingetrichtert wurde
Paimon remembers
wahrscheinlich.
her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So it was all a dirty trick? The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
Aber damit scheinen die Beweise sich nicht zu begnügen, ne?
Oh?
Die wollen mehr.
By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
Nee, das habe ich gerade noch nicht verstanden. Die Rede des großen Weisen, eine ungewöhnliche geistige
My mind
Erschöpfung.
feels exhausted. That doesn't sound right. The Grand Sage said. That doesn't sound. We've already experienced the Sub-Zerus Festival many times. That doesn't.
Nee, das Verschwinden und Auftauchen der Dinger ist das. Und das Verschwinden und Auftauchen des Traumes.
Those
Folglich.
dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared. The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals.
So, und wenn wir das da assoziieren, das Verschwinden und Auftauchen des Traumes und das Verschwinden und Auftauchen des Raumes. Nee. Mit der Rede des großen Weisen, nee. Ist das vielleicht die geistige Erschöpfung? Nee, dann Geräusche vom Akasha. Okay, dann wieder das letzte. Eine Massenproduktion der Träume. Okay.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream.
Okay.
Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zerus Festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha. No one is any the
Oh,
wiser
Mann,
as
ey.
another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zerus Festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha, and so it continues.
Warum hat man das festgenommen, was eh keiner mag? Also was sie nicht anerkennen.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right?
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Aber was haben die davon, wenn sie die Träume ernten?
Okay, So that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this stream doesn't do anything.
Alright, last question. Who am I?
Ja, du bist die Erschantin, die Kleine. Kusanari. Du bist der
They
Mond.
say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if Nahida has referred to herself as the moon...
So you noticed.
Du bist die niedere Herrin Kusanani.
I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning.
Ja.
It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
Ich habe viele Fragen an dich. Wollen wir jetzt gleich anfangen?
Those can wait until we're back in real life.
Okay, von mir
On the
aus.
other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now.
Ja, toll. Warum kannst du uns nicht direkt die Wahrheit erzählen?
You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your minds. Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense.
Ja,
Have
bitteschön.
you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk.
Ja, das ist wohl wahr.
That's why
Ja
I
gut,
could
da
only
hast du
give
recht.
you
Das macht
very
keinen Sinn.
subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing.
Okay. Wie können die Weisen das tun, ohne dass es jemand merkt? Aber das machen wir gleich in der nächsten Folge. Jetzt sind schon wieder über 30 Minuten. Also, in der nächsten Folge gehen wir hier nochmal alles durch. Dann hoffe ich mal, dass wir das endlich abschließen. Ich will endlich mal wieder raus. Scheiße da, ey. Aber ist schon geil. Es ist eine geile Story einfach. Einfach geil nervig. Bis zur nächsten Folge.